Hello, beloveds. This is Reverend Amani Malaika here from the Albuquerque Center for Spiritual Living. And I am so glad you are here at this video at this time or listening to this podcast at this time. I wanted to hop on because Reverend Raymont and I recorded these messages ahead of time. And I just wanted to make sure you know that you get to go deeper and you get to be supported in spiritual community. You do not have to be audacious and bold alone. So I want to invite you to join us if you are in the Albuquerque area on Sunday afternoons at 4 p.m. for our in-person gatherings. You can learn more at our website, abqcsl.org. And if you are participating online, you also get to be supported. We have some online small groups and ways that you can receive prayer and affirmations and all the things directly to your phone. So again, learn more at abqcsl.org. May you be so alive in your divine, holy, amazing nature that is unique, that is perfect, that you get to boldly and audaciously move in your life as the incredible being that you are. This, my friends, is what changes the world. I love you so much. Enjoy. Hello, Reverend Dr. Raymont Anderson.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, bien, bien. Mostly.
I'm with you. I read that book.
Yes, we are here to discuss holy boldness, which is the idea behind our June series.
Mm-hmm.
And as we were talking about before I hit record, I just couldn't quite wrap my head around the theme this month and the recommended reading and why do we need to be holy bold? Like what is holy boldness for? What is the purpose?
Right.
And so I thought, let's just hit record and see what happens.
And here we are.
So, one of the things I saw in your notes was you were talking about sacred audacity versus regular audacity.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I was really curious, like, ooh, I want to hear what Raymont thinks about that. Talk to me.
Like for me, it's the separation of just audacity in general, the way the collective consciousness would address it is, can you believe that there are people who have the audacity to say that transgender people can't, whatever, their care, their health, you have the audacity to stand in my face and scold me based upon what I said on Tuesday? Like that's that conventional idea of,
right?
You got some nerve. Sacred audacity is the audacity that says, if I'm going to believe what New Thought teaches, that God is all there is, that there is no separation between what it is and what we are, that I am it is incarnating as me, then, well, and Holmes says whatever is true about God is true about me. So sacred audacity is having the audacity to do what Yeshua did and said, when you see me, you see that from which I have come. There is no separation between the Father, what he referred to as, and me. And then to live, move, and have your beingness, knowing that your word is powerful, knowing that you have a right, a sacred, divine right to rest when you need rest, to walk gently on your, like you have the audacity to say, oh, no, not on my watch. You will not deny transgender children care while I'm still living, moving, and breathing on this side of the veil. For me, that's the distinction.
I love that because I was reading in Tricia Hersey's Rest as Resistance, and she was saying that, the reason that she's moving this work forward around rest and resisting white supremacy and resisting toxic capitalism and colonialism is because those systems pull us out of relationship with our own divine nature.
Right.
Those systems are built to keep us separated from our own divine nature. So to come back into contact with the truth of who we are as divine beings, right? Like there is no separation between me and what is divine. I am made of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is audacious.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
To even come back into conscious contact and relationship with that truth is audacious. And as Trisha Hersey says, and it is the only way to
Right.
to create the transformation and change we want socially and systemically.
Right. Right.
It is the power of that connection to our divine nature. It is the power of the conscious awareness of like, oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Wait, I'm divinely made. Oh, I'm divinely made. And you have some bullshit over here about who you think I am, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
divinely made. So, let me get all kinds of audacious.
Exactly. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Because being anchored and centered in that, like, especially when doing that kind of work. I mean, heck, we could look at, so Jesus, how many times does it reference Jesus did this and did this and did this and spoke to them? And then he went off and rested. He took a nap. He was on the boat sleep. He went over here to meditate. It's
He
necessary.
snuck
I don't know.
away to the wilderness. He got
Right.
away from the people.
Right. Like, because we have to do that, because if we are consistently over and over and over in that, it's going to beat us down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
doing this work requires having the boldness, having the holy boldness, the sacred audacity to say, I've had enough today. I'm not the one today. Today, no, for this conversation. We'll see about tomorrow. It's knowing ourselves enough to know, yeah, on any other day, I have the capacity to deal with some folks, and today, yeah, I will not be making a phone call. I get how many phone calls? I get one phone call. Okay, Reverend Amani, they pushed me. I need a lawyer. Like, it's knowing, yeah, yeah, I need a break today, and
Yeah.
it's mandatory.
And I keep being surprised with how much rest and breaks I need. Like, I'm coming off of, we are recording this ahead of time. So I'm just returning to work from a
Mm-hmm.
3-month sabbatical.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm about, 3-ish weeks in back to work. And I'm like, woo, your girl needs, oh, mama's got to lay down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm tired already.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But I think a lot about the rhythm of Jesus of Nazareth and in what we know, right? And what we know in the stories of his life. But dude took breaks all the time. He was like, look, let me go heal some people. Let me give you a sermon. And then I am out.
Yep.
Like you get me for a day or two, and then I'm piecing out.
Yep. Yep.
I am often talking to the divine. I'm like, listen, I think I've been audacious. I think I'm getting enough rest. I think I've taken enough time, for myself and for study and for laying down. I do a lot of laying down, right? Like that's the first tenet of Trisha Hersey's nap ministry, right? Like if you follow her on social media, there's a whole bunch of lay your ass down.
Right. Right. Uh-huh.
Lay your ass down.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do a lot of my work laying down.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
When you and me are on the phone, I'm laying down.
Uh-huh. 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 Yep.
But what feels crazy to me is I still feel like there's more for me to be audacious around and courageously
Right.
prioritize my own well-being even
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that we've been so so conditioned or indoctrinated or domesticated or brainwashed into being, the hustle culture, the frenzy culture, the keep your nose to the grindstone culture, the I've got to have 5 jobs culture in order to be successful. And because, toxic patriarchy and capitalism is, I got to have 5 jobs just to make sure I eat today.
Right.
Right. We are so in that it's easy to say, oh, rest is a day off. Oh, rest is take a nap. Yeah, that's the beginning of it. Rest is also giving yourself the space to say, while I am resting, like what you just said. So I'm laying down, but am I laying down while still scrolling and swiping? Then I'm not resting because my mind is still going. Rest means separate, unplug, unwind, give yourself some what do you really, really, really need? Do you need to laugh? Do you need to for real take a nap, go to sleep? Like what do you really need? And to go to that next stage of this is what rest is really affording me. Because how many times have we done I had 8 hours of sleep and I woke up more tired than I was before I went to sleep.
Right.
Because your mind, we didn't really go into the space of restorative rest. And that's necessary.
Yeah. And I think you bring up such a key thing, and maybe that's could be its own conversation and whatever we're doing for the next week. But I know that for me to begin to even know how to care for my own well-being, to even understand what rest for me means, and means I have to actually feel myself. I have to be able to feel what it feels like to be rested, and to know the difference of, like I woke up the other morning and I had slept with my window open. And I am perimenopausal, y'all. So that's its own whole other special thing. So I slept with the window open because your girl's having night sweats.
I got you.
And so, but I usually can't sleep with the window open because my allergies will get all kind of craziness. But anyways, I slept with the window open, and I didn't set my alarm, and I woke to bird song. Just tweets and songs, and I was like, oh my God, bird song, and I feel rested.
Amen.
Like, I don't know what kind of magic just occurred that I slept through the night. Now I am waking to the sound of singing birds. What kind of heaven is this?
Right.
To know what it feels like to be rested. I think we have to start there, like some fundamental, rudimentary understanding.
Yeah, I'm with you 1,000% on it. And what just popped into my mind is the idea, since rest is there, when someone is arrested, it means their activity has been halted. In order for us to get the kind of rest you're talking about, there's some part of us that has to be arrested. Some part of us has to be stopped. Because if it continues going the way it's going, we're not going to get to that awareness that you're talking about. We're not going to know what true rest is. So what needs to be stopped? What needs to be put on pause in order to? That's the only way.
Hold that thought, because that is our next week's discussion. That's what I want to talk about. What must be arrested, y'all? Stay tuned. Part 2.